Everything in the Solomons, relies on fuel. And fuel is not made here, it's made overseas. And most of the fuel is brought from Singapore. Because of the nature of the country that is isolated, you have a very, very limited population. They brought fuel in small quantities rather than in big quantities. So when you bring fuel in small quantities, the freight remains the same, you're starting to have problems. Then you get it over to Solomon Power, which is the only power supplier, and they put on their overheads. On top of it, they pass it on to us. So you find that the biggest overhead in running a service station is electricity. My name is Tuata Malaya. I'm the managing director of Dida Service Station. The best thing about this job is that you serve people. When you have people smiling and they get what they wanted, that's a pleasing thing. But if the price of electricity doesn't change, I have no choice, I will have to close. Last month we spent about $50,000 on Solomon Power. $50,000 for an average Solomon Islander, that's whole year's wages. You can see a lot of vehicles standing up at the bowsers. I mean, you see the fleet of vehicles going past, but the margin is very small. And if you're not careful, you might not even make any profit. And if that profit can't meet the electricity bill, then there's no point in doing it. I think Solomon Islanders, they fit very well into this phrase, the false economy. A taxi driver would call in at the service station, refill $20 of fuel. They don't have the money to fill up the full tank. So they come in there and they fill up whatever they have in their pocket and go around the city for an hour and then come back and refill again. He calls in like 3 or 4 times a day. It puts a lot of pressure on the pumps. And that's where, the electricity bill continues to accumulate. I decided to start this business for the family. I come from Solomons where, extended family is a very, very big thing. It's huge. You compare, to Western society, that's it's a little bit different. We nourish that, we cherish that. I got 9 brothers and 1 sister, and I'm the only one highly educated. So I have this burden that I'm going to try and help them. That's why I keep hanging on to this business so that it helps the family. You ask me my personal opinion, you want to get out of the service station? I want to get out of the service station. I want to go do something different. Because I just can't cope with some of the cost, and especially with electricity bills. Can somebody tell me, there must be another option? Can we opt to go and look at it, so that we can use it for future, for betterment of this nation and for generations to come? I might not be here in the next 30, 40 years, but it will help someone that's aspired to do business, just like me.